right, switching gears, have your feet been battered by boots this winter? I have on some this morning. Before digging your sandals out of the closet, it's important to prepare your feet for the warmer weather. That's why you have to pay attention to foot and toenail care now. We're always glad to have him, the podiatrist, Dr. Ira Kraus. And Ira, in talking about this, a lot of people getting in the mood for spring, especially with this week and this weather in the 60s. You know, when we talk about this, you say don't wait until March, when spring hits, to start getting ready and taking care of your feet. You should start doing that now.
Yeah, I think that the most important thing, and we talk about this a lot, is preparation and being proactive. I think that what happens is a lot of times people are being very reactive to problems that are happening, and I think that a lot of the things that we can tell people is to be more preventative, you know, whether they're cutting their toenails on a regular basis.
Let's put those up on the screen now, some of those tips.
You know, whether they're using the appropriate skin lotion regularly. I recommend twice a day. You know, most people say, oh, well, I'll put it on when I remember, or I'll do this, and that doesn't work. And, you know, using the pumice stone you talked about and wearing properly fitting shoes, I'll tell you that what a lot of people don't realize is when you start wearing sandals or backless shoes, you tend to put pressure on the back bottom of your heel. That's why people get that rim of callus along the heel.
The rough edges.
That rough edges.
Yeah.
So if you start using the skin lotion regularly and you start using the pumice stone regularly and you have shoes that fit, you can prevent that, because a lot of times that becomes very thick and painful.
And you know, those shoes are so popular. They just had a whole segment on the Today Show, and we're talking about this. And your big thing, of course, is to tell women not to wear heels over 2 inches.
Correct.
And of course, that's just for a lot of women who like stilettos and the high heels, especially during the summer, they just don't do that. But so what about the things like, and I've gotten this for some of my really high heels, the little ball cushions that you put in the shoe. Is that helpful?
It is helpful because it offloads some of the area. You have to realize, and you know, I'm a big, when you have a high heel, and think about how you're projecting all of your weight forward. So when you're walking on the ball of your foot. And one of the reasons why we talk about heels, you know what, I don't have a problem when patients wear heels. I mean, do I want them wearing 6-inch stilettos? No. But if you wear a 2-3-inch heel and you wear a broad-based heel as opposed to a stiletto, it's going to prevent on those inversion sprains and those ankle sprains that we see. I can't tell you how many times, or the time people are walking with the stiletto heels and they break when they're going. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether you have a Gucci shoe or something else, those heels are going to break. So offloading the ball of your foot, wearing a more stable shoe is going to prevent some injuries as well.
All right. As always, some really good advice and very timely right now as people get in the warm weather and they're ready to pull out those sandals and high heels.